People my age are old enough to remember the AIDS scare of the 1980s. I can still recall that a TV station in San Francisco wanted to interview an AIDS patient, and the camera crew refused to go into the studio. They were afraid that even by being in the same room with this person, they were going to get AIDS and die. That's how terrified people were of AIDS, the way we're terrified of Alzheimer's today. Well, we no longer live in dread of AIDS, and someday we will not dread Alzheimer's. We don't know when that day's going to come, but we're getting a pretty good idea of how we're going to get there. The way we're going to beat Alzheimer's is the way we beat AIDS. Hi, I'm Tony Deering of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. Most people with MCI don't have Alzheimer's, and they're not going to get Alzheimer's. But they are at higher risk for it, so that always looms over them. And where we are with Alzheimer's today is an awful lot like where we were with AIDS 35 years ago. We cannot possibly afford to wait another 35 years for an answer to Alzheimer's. We need something now, and we have got to accelerate our efforts to find a solution, which is what we did with AIDS. So, how did we cure AIDS? Well, the answer is we didn't. People still get AIDS. What's changed is our ability to effectively treat it. And the way we do that is with a cocktail of medications and lifestyle improvements. It looks like that's how it's going to be with Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's isn't like polio. There is not going to be an Alzheimer's vaccine. Alzheimer's is more like AIDS or heart disease. We're not going to eradicate it, but we're going to find better ways to prevent it as much as possible. And for the people who get it, there's going to be some combination of medications and lifestyle behaviors that allow them to manage it and live with it. That's what we were able to do with AIDS. And how did we do it? Well, it took two things. It took national resolve, and it took a ton of money. And that's what's been missing in the effort against Alzheimer's. But fortunately, we're finally beginning to see that. The goal of U.S. policy is to have ways to prevent and treat Alzheimer's by 2025. That's 7 years from now. And we can do that, but we need more research. And research is expensive. In 2013, a panel of experts estimated that we would need to spend $2 billion a year to achieve that national goal. And we have not been spending anything close to that. What this chart shows is spending on Alzheimer's research versus AIDS research. As recently as 2014 and 15, we were spending a little more than $500 million on Alzheimer's, compared to roughly $3 billion on AIDS. And which of those two diseases can we now treat successfully? Right, AIDS. But we're catching up. This year, we will spend close to $2 billion on Alzheimer's research, and it's going to make a difference. Right now, there are more than 120 potential Alzheimer's treatments in clinical trials. As for you, what can you do? Well, while we continue to wait for medical solutions, we've seen dramatic evidence in recent years how improvements in health habits can help slow cognitive decline and delay or prevent Alzheimer's, while scientists continue to work toward treatments. As Dr. Richard Isaacson, founder of the Alzheimer's Prevention Clinic, told me, there are things you can do to reduce risks. There may not be that magic pill or magic bullet. I'm not trying to imply that. But if we can delay Alzheimer's disease by 1, 2, 5 years, if someone does everything right, and if in that time, that's when that magic pill comes out, that blockbuster drug, then that person, through lifestyle and other changes, has effectively prevented their Alzheimer's because they delayed it, and then they got a preventative drug. So there is hope. Hold on to that. Do what you can do, while researchers do everything they can do to find treatments. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, as always, be kind to your mind.